Wholeness, everybody, and welcome back to my Dead Space 2 hardcore walkthrough. I like how that rhymes. You can say it smoothly. Anyway, we're right after the brute that was in the transport hub, and we're moving on to the solar array. But first, there's a couple of steps we have to take before we get there. In this next part, there's actually just a guardian over there just chilling on the wall. You can easily take him down with just one detonator mine. I don't think you have to wait, and I would actually recommend that you don't wait, because there are a few times where I waited, trying to be polite, I guess, and waited for his tentacles to come out, and he shot off one of those little pods, and I thought when the pods explode they were harmless, but in fact the pod one-shotted me. I had full health, and the pod just one-shotted me. So do not wait for those guys. They are not courteous as you are. Another thing, I noticed that I didn't mention at all that I bought the detonator mines at the beginning of the last episode, and yeah, by the way, watch out for this guy. He always comes to the right, and he's always followed by a dismembered puker right there. So be careful for him. He's quick. He'll do damage to you if you aren't on the ball. But like I was saying, I realized in the beginning of last video, right before the kids room, I realized that I had bought the Ripper and the detonator, and I didn't even make a mention of it. So yeah, just so you know, I bought those two, and I'm chilling in my inventory now. So they're part of the repertoire. That's my repertoire of guns. It's the plasma cutter, the line gun, the detonator mine, and the Ripper. All perfect guns they really complement each other. So here we're just getting upgrades for the rig, upgrades for the line gun, upgrades for the Ripper, I believe, yeah. And I'm just gonna show you really quickly a little trick I do to get upgrades, capacity upgrades for the detonator mine. Since you can retrieve your ammo from the detonator mine, it's actually pretty cool, since you can just set them all out, go back to the bench, do a capacity upgrade, and you'll have extra ammo. So it's a nice little tip, or a trick you can use rather, that will help you out. Surprisingly, I didn't check my inventory to show off, but okay. So watch out, there's some creepy crawlers over here. Easy and done with. Now this next area is just strictly puzzles. So let's get to it. By the way, I'm eating lunch, which consists of fries, so excuse me.
It looks like the docking pod that runs to the solar array is floating at the bottom of the shaft.
That figures.
Don't worry. I can fix this. I'm heading outside to have a look.
I'm like trying not to chew in the mic, but forgive me, please, if you can hear me munching away. Yeah, they're oven-baked fries. They're quite delicious. So yeah, you can use these bodies. That way you don't have to waste any ammo, and then head back. Now, before you head back, you want to equip your best, or just your close range weapon, one that'll deal damage really quickly, because there's going to be another leaper that comes down the ramp that we walked down to get here. You'll see what I mean. So get your Ripper out. You can hear him crawling around. Now I suggest you stay back a little bit, because if you're up towards the corner, he'll actually start to do his charge where he walks on his two front legs, and he'll be harder to stasis with that. So stand back just a little bit. This elevator is actually one of the pains in my ass in this game. I cannot manage to do this part without getting hit, no matter how many times I've tried. And trust me, I've tried several times, but I just couldn't not take a hit. So this is absolutely one of my problem areas, especially since these guys do a shit ton of damage. depending on which attack they nail you with. So here I am, my heart's pounding, and I am trying to locate the guy before they come in. As far as I'm concerned, he always comes in that window right there. I believe it's the third window in, or the second window. Now you can usually one-shot these guys with the Ripper's second, alt fire. So, and there you go. I just couldn't manage to do it. I couldn't manage to do it. That's my first hit, my first lick. And the second one right there, follow immediately after. And it always seems to put me in like this sort of panic. Not even a panic, but just a confusion where I just start wailing on the buttons there. As you saw, I just did the primary fire. I think it's pretty funny. In hindsight, it's pretty funny, but while you're playing, it's a nuisance more than anything. Another tactic you can use is to use a line gun. The line gun usually severs their arms in one shot. So monitor all the windows. If any of them get antsy and you get the drop on them, just use the stasis. It's really simple. And we're done. Nice and easy. So when you get out here, there are a bunch of bouncing betties around. However, there are also those explosive containers around. And if you detonate them in the appropriate spots, the explosion will actually catch both of the betties. So you can just deal with both of them in one fell swoop. I don't recommend you go that way first, simply because there is a bouncing betty over there, and it can and will shoot at you even if you're not that far. So as you can see from the video, there's a couple of spots where you can shoot, where you can blast detonator, not a detonator. I don't know what I'm saying. Where you can launch. There you go. The mine. You know what I'm saying. You saw what I did. I can't even put words to it. So this next segment, really simple. More puzzle-ish kind of stuff. Watch out, there's a betty there. There you go. Grab that. I'll always wait a little bit before nabbing the health kit, because there's a chance that I might pick up the Betty's bomb instead and press E and then drop the bomb and die, which I don't want to do. So I always wait a little bit just before I aim for the med kit in the back. And now in hindsight, I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose. So take the body with you and have them escort you. Man, this guy is refusing to just activate to blow up rather. And don't forget the power node that's in this section over here to the left. There you go. That's being a good host. Now this next room is really peculiar. One, that guy's just crawling there and he's a loser. Two, I want these. These are one-hit kills for most necromorphs. So, I like to take these out and then blow that window. And if you guys remember the trick, you can actually blow out windows, go in the next room, and you'll be fine. So not only do I not have to worry about that window breaking ever, I also have 2 one-hit kills with me. So that's always fun. Of course, I don't believe I use those as effectively as I could have, but we'll see anyway. There's one down. And I use it on the baby boomer, don't I? Yeah. Totally inefficient, but whatever. These baby boomers practically kill themselves. And I can't believe that doesn't kill them. I just can't believe it. So we're done here, except for another baby boomer. He kind of broke into my... Now, that's what I recommend you do. Don't reload the guns that you were planning to use the bench on later, like I did. That was a bit noobish, I'll admit. But that is a nice handy tactic you can use if you're ever out of ammo and you have some stasis left. You can actually just stasis the baby bombs, run past them while they're stasis, and they'll begin the animation to blow up. And then you can just move safely away.
Attention, Watchman Howard Phillips. Unauthorized engagement of access lift detected. Please respond.
Now, before you go out there, make sure you're full on stasis. Have the 2 canisters. Walk out a little bit and wait for the sleeper to come in and say hello. And be a nice house guest. Greet him back. Before you go too much further, there's another one that comes out right there. Stasis. You know the deal. Rip them apart. And there's actually another one that comes out right to our backs. One of these guys, take out his arms. He's done. That's why I say abuse stasis. There's a stasis station right there. Or did I say abuse stasis? Abuse the stasis. There's another guy that comes out there, but don't worry. We'll take care of him later. As a matter of fact, we'll take care of him right now. Now, the key to getting a one-hit kill with this guy is to make sure that your detonator mine is facing the window. And by that, you saw how the 3 lights were actually parallel to the window's walls, or the window frame. And I've been doing some experimenting, and I find that that's how you really maximize the damage that you do with the detonators. That you make sure that all the rings are facing the enemy that you want to kill. And you can't use all of your power nodes right now. We'll get another power node later. There is a power node room later on, but we'll receive another power node and we'll be good. Sorry, I was just eating. So you see, as I did there, I made sure that the detonator mine was facing that way before I actually went out. Another easy kill, sucker. Now in this next room, we're gonna confront some stalkers. As you know, stalkers' worst enemy is the detonator mine. So toss 2 mines over there. They'll both be dealt with in one fell swoop. Or 2 fell swoops, technically. Sometimes they survive, but not all the time. So you can just get a quick to eat. So I always like to make sure I take care of the air first, and that's because I'm not always perfect. And as you'll see in this video, actually, I'll actually mess up, and that's why I do recommend tackling the air first. Because if you were to get all the loot first and then you mess up and then you're crunching for time, that's no bueno at all. So take care of the air first. And this is actually coming up towards the end of this video, so thank you guys a ton for watching. I really do appreciate your view. I really do. Keep watching. If you enjoy, leave a like, a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.